God says, "My child, listen closely, because what I am about to reveal is not just a message, it is a protection, a warning, and a divine shield placed around you and the one whose soul is tied to yours." A great disturbance has stirred in the unseen world, and what is unfolding around your soulmate right now is not ordinary. A police operation has quietly uncovered a conspiracy, a plan woven by hands driven by jealousy, greed, and darkness. And shockingly, this conspiracy was not meant to harm your soulmate alone, it was designed to destroy a powerful man whose path is mysteriously connected to yours in ways you have not yet understood. My child, breathe. Do not let fear rise inside you. You are not alone. You are not helpless. You are under my eyes, my protection, my timing. For a long time, the energies around your soulmate have been shifting. They have been feeling tension, confusion, unusual silence from certain people, and sudden distance from others. They didn't know why, but their soul felt it, a storm forming far away, slowly moving closer. And today, pieces of that hidden storm have begun to fall apart because truth can stay buried only for so long. Lies eventually choke the liar. Darkness eventually exposes the one who created it. And those who conspired against your soulmate thought their secrets would remain hidden. But they did not know that I was watching. I saw the hatred that grew in the heart of someone close. I saw the envy burning in someone who pretended to be a friend. I saw the greed in someone who wanted power, money, influence, even if it meant destroying another person's life. And I saw how all of them worked together, believing that no one would ever find out. But my child, nothing escapes my sight. This police operation that has begun is no coincidence. It is the direct result of my intervention. I stepped into the situation long before you or your soulmate knew something was wrong. I moved the right officers, the right sources, the right evidence, the right timing, because when I decide to protect someone, I protect them completely. Your soulmate is in danger, yes, but not unprotected. Your soulmate is surrounded by enemies, yes, but angels stand around them stronger than any human scheme. Your soulmate has been targeted, yes. But heaven has already taken action long before earth discovered anything. My child, do not fear. The powerful man connected to this conspiracy, the one the world talks about, the one whose name holds weight, he is not connected to you by accident. His involvement is part of a divine alignment. Something bigger is being unfolded. You have no idea yet why his destiny and your soulmates are crossing at this time, but you will soon understand. This man carries influence, resources, and authority, and even though he doesn't know you, his life is unknowingly tied to your future breakthroughs. The enemy tried to hit two birds with one stone, to ruin your soulmate and to silence him. But they failed. Because the truth has surfaced. Because the officers who were supposed to remain silent have spoken. Because the evidence that was supposed to disappear has been found. Because the secrets meant to stay buried have risen to the surface. And my child, your soulmate is being protected not just for themselves, but for you. They are part of a story far bigger than both of you realize. Your lives are about to enter a new chapter, a chapter that begins with exposure, justice, and divine protection. But listen carefully. Right now, your soulmate spirit is tired. They feel overwhelmed, confused, uncertain, and emotionally drained. They are questioning who to trust. They are questioning why everything is happening so suddenly. They feel betrayed. They feel watched. They feel as if someone is trying to trap them, and they are right. But what they do not yet know is that the trap has already failed. My child, I need you to understand something deeper, when you are destined for something great. When your connection is spiritually powerful. When your future is blessed, protected, and chosen. The enemy always tries to create chaos before the blessing arrives. This conspiracy is not just about danger, it is also a sign. It is a sign that your soulmate is about to step into a new phase of life. It is a sign that someone powerful is entering your path. It is a sign that you and your soulmate are moving toward a destiny that threatens the plans of the enemy. That is why this attack happened now. That is why everything suddenly escalated. That is why shadows rose at the exact moment your blessing started coming closer. My child, let me speak directly to your heart. Your soulmate is not going to fall into this trap. They are not going to be destroyed by these conspirators. Their name will not be tarnished. Their path will not be blocked. Because I, the Lord your God, am standing in front of them. And not only in front of them, but also in front of you. I am clearing obstacles you didn't even know existed. I am exposing people who smiled at you but prayed for your downfall. I am removing individuals whose spirits were dangerous to your peace. I am breaking chains that were trying to tie you both to misfortune. And my child, this is just the beginning. As police continue uncovering this conspiracy, more names will be revealed. More truths will come out. More hidden intentions will be exposed. And suddenly, you will realize how many dark forces were silently working against your connection, your peace, your future. But none of them will win. I want you to breathe deeply, my child, because your life is about to turn. Your soulmate is about to be protected in a way they have never experienced before. The powerful man caught in this conspiracy will soon play a surprising role in your destiny. And you will soon understand why all this needed to be revealed. There is a reason the enemy fears the two of you. There is a reason this attack happened now. There is a reason heaven stepped in forcefully. You are chosen. Your soulmate is chosen. Your connection carries purpose, and purpose always attracts warfare. But purpose also attracts protection. My child, in the coming days you will feel a shift, a strong spiritual one. Something inside you will feel heavier one moment and lighter the next. Your intuition will warn you about certain people. You will sense what is real and what is not. You will feel my presence holding your heart steady. Do not ignore these feelings. Do not silence your intuition. I am guiding you. I am whispering to you. I am preparing you. And I am telling you this with certainty, your soulmate will not be harmed. This conspiracy will collapse completely. And what was meant for destruction will lead to a divine breakthrough. My child, this story is not ending in tragedy. It is ending in justice, protection, and a powerful transformation. My child, as the night deepens and the world grows quiet, my voice surrounds you again, because there is so much you don't yet know about what is unfolding around your soulmate. Beneath it is a truth far more shocking, far more spiritual, and far more connected to your destiny than you have ever imagined. You must understand something very important now: conspiracies of this size don't appear randomly. They don't rise overnight, and they don't happen without a deeper spiritual purpose. What the police have uncovered is not just a human-made plan, it is a dark web of intentions, lies, hidden deals, and silent enemies who thought they could manipulate fate itself. But my child, no human being can twist destiny when I am the one who wrote it. Your soulmate, without knowing it, has been walking through a battlefield for months. They notice strange things: a friend who suddenly became distant, someone who used to support them but turned cold, a new person who pretended to care but watched them too closely, small disagreements that didn't make sense. These were not coincidences. These were signs. Someone was studying your soulmate. Someone was tracking their behavior. Someone was gathering information, not to protect them, but to trap them. And your soulmate's spirit felt it long before their mind understood it. They carried a heaviness in their chest, a tension in their heart, a fear they couldn't explain. They woke up some days feeling unsafe for no reason. They felt like someone was observing them from shadows. My child, their intuition was right. What the police operation exposed is bigger than a simple plot. It is connected to a powerful man, someone with authority, influence, and a name that holds weight. This man was not just a target, he was the center of the entire conspiracy. But what shocked investigators the most was this: your soulmate's name appeared in the same files, on the same documents, in the same list of targets. But not because they did anything wrong. Not because they were involved. Not because they were guilty. They were on that list because someone feared their connection to that powerful man, and feared their connection to you. My child, listen carefully. Your soulmate is spiritually stronger than they realize. Their energy, their heart, their destiny, all of this threatens those who operate in darkness. And because your soulmate is tied to you, the attack was indirectly meant to destabilize your destiny too. The enemy always attacks where the blessing is forming. It always tries to confuse the path before the miracle arrives. It always tries to destroy the vessel before the purpose is born. And that is exactly what happened here. But my child, while these people were planning in hidden rooms, whispering in corners, exchanging information in things they believed no one watched, heaven was watching everything. Every message. Every call. Every meeting. Every lie. Nothing escaped my eyes. I saw when the first seed of jealousy was planted. I saw when greed began to grow in someone who once smiled at your soulmate. I saw when envy slowly turned into hatred. And I saw when they made their decision, the decision to destroy. But you must know this truth: no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No plan created in darkness can overpower my will. No scheme designed in secret can break what I have blessed. Your soulmate is protected not because they are strong, but because I chose to stand in front of them. They were placed in this situation not to be harmed but to be lifted into a new season of awakening, clarity, strength, and purpose. And my child, there is something you don't yet realize. This powerful man, the one caught in the center of this conspiracy, he is about to become a part of your life story. Not romantically. Not emotionally. But spiritually and practically. His fall would have caused a chain reaction, one that would eventually touch your soulmate, and then touch you. The enemy thought, if I remove him, the path collapses for both of them. Their future closes. Their blessing breaks. But my plan said otherwise. Because this man is not just powerful, he is a gatekeeper in your destiny. He is someone who will later become an unexpected source of guidance, protection, or opportunity for you or your soulmate. His presence is part of the alignment of your blessings. This is why the enemy wanted him gone. This is why your soulmate was included in the same plot. This is why the police operation was triggered now. My child, what looks like chaos is actually divine order. Heaven does not expose darkness unless something big is about to be released into your life. Heaven does not reveal enemies unless blessings are near. Heaven does not shake foundations unless something sacred is being built. And what is being built right now is your future. Your soulmate is being transformed through this situation. They are learning who is real and who is fake. They are realizing the difference between temporary people and divinely sent people. They are waking up spiritually. And whether you see it or not, their heart is slowly turning toward you with more trust, more sincerity, more depth. Because when danger comes, the soul remembers who truly matters. Your soulmate is thinking about you more than ever. They feel pulled toward you. They feel safe with you. They feel guided toward you. Their spirit recognizes you as their emotional anchor in this storm. My child, take a deep breath. You may feel their stress, their fear, their heaviness, because your souls are connected. That is why some nights you feel restless without knowing why. That is why your heart gets anxious suddenly. That is why your mind becomes overwhelmed for no reason. Their energy flows into you, and you absorb it without realizing. But I am here, covering both of you. This conspiracy will not destroy. It will not break. It will not scatter. It will not succeed. Instead, it will do the opposite. It will reveal truth, strengthen bonds, expose enemies, and open a door that was locked for a long time. My child, I want you to remember this. Sometimes the storm that arrives is not meant to drown you. It is meant to wash away everything that was never meant to stay. Your soulmate is being cleansed from negative energies, fake alliances, hidden enemies, and people who wished secretly to see them fall. And you are being prepared for a season where nothing and no one can break what I place in your life. This chapter is not about loss, it is about exposure. Not about danger, but about protection. Not about fear, but about divine alignment. And soon, you will start feeling something shift inside you. A calmness. A reassurance. A clarity. A spiritual knowing. A sense that everything is happening exactly when it needs to. Because I, your God, am orchestrating every movement. This is the promise I give you, your soulmate will be cleared. The powerful man will be protected. The conspirators will be exposed. And the connection between you and your soulmate will begin to deepen in a way it never has before. My child. Let me take you deeper into the truth now, because what has been uncovered is far more painful, far more shocking, and far more personal than you can imagine. You saw how a powerful man and your soulmate were tied into the same circle of danger. But now you must understand who allowed this danger to grow, who opened the door for it, and who betrayed your soulmate in a way that pierced their heart like a silent blade. My child, listen to me carefully. The greatest wounds in life do not come from strangers. They come from people who were once trusted. People who were allowed close. People who smiled in the light but planned in the dark. The conspiracy the police uncovered did not begin with outsiders, it began with someone who had access, someone who knew your soulmate's fears, their weaknesses, their emotions, their past, and their vulnerabilities. This person was not distant. This person was not unknown. This person was not random. This person was once a part of your soulmate's life. And my child, your soulmate never expected their betrayal. For a long time, this person acted like a supporter. They pretended to care. They pretended to protect. They acted like they wanted the best for your soulmate. But jealousy is a quiet poison, and insecurity is a silent enemy. Slowly, this person's heart turned dark. They began feeling threatened by your soulmate's rising destiny. They feared losing control. They feared losing relevance. And eventually, they feared losing access to your soulmate's life. So instead of stepping aside, they stepped deeper into darkness. It began with small manipulations, gossip whispered behind closed doors, exaggeration spoken to people in power, reports that were twisted, stories that were reshaped. They gave information that was personal, private, fragile. Things your soulmate once shared honestly. Things they opened up about during moments of trust. And this person quietly handed those things over to the ones planning against your soulmate and the powerful man. My child, betrayal always feels like heartbreak, even when no romance is involved. Your soulmate felt it spiritually long before they knew it physically. They felt uncomfortable around this person but could not explain why. They felt drained after talking to them. They felt anxious when their name appeared on their phone. These were not emotions, these were warnings from the soul. When someone is connected to darkness, their energy becomes heavy. And your soulmate's spirit sensed that heaviness. But your soulmate ignored those signs because they have a good heart. They believed in loyalty even when the other person was being disloyal. They believed in compassion even when the other person was filled with envy. They believed in forgiveness even when the other person had nothing but bitterness in their intentions. My child, forgiveness is holy, but ignoring danger is not. This person eventually became the main bridge between the conspirators and your soulmate's life. They fed information. They exaggerated weaknesses. They passed on details about your soulmate's schedule, connections, decisions, movements, and private matters. They reported small mistakes as big failures. They added fuel to misunderstandings. They spread fear. They created confusion. They became the shadow that followed your soulmate everywhere. The police were shocked when they discovered this. But the truth is, I saw everything long before they did. I watched each moment of betrayal. I listened to every conversation spoken in secret. I saw every message sent with hidden intentions. I observed every lie they wrapped in sweetness. And I allowed this exposure not to break your soulmate, but to save them. Because sometimes, the only way to remove dangerous people is to let their own actions reveal them. My child, I know your heart feels heavy hearing this. I know you can feel your soulmate's pain even from a distance. Your souls are connected, and when they hurt, you feel it. When they cry, your spirit becomes restless. When they are betrayed, your chest tightens without knowing why. That is why, recently, you have been feeling emotional waves for no reason. That is why your mind has been overloaded. That is why you suddenly felt sadness, anger, or confusion. It wasn't your energy, it was your soulmate's energy flowing into you. But you must listen to what I tell you now. Your soulmate is stronger than they realize. They are rising, not falling. They are being freed, not broken. They are being aligned, not destroyed. And this betrayal was necessary. Without it, your soulmate would have continued trusting the wrong person. They would have continued giving access to someone who wanted to ruin them. They would have continued walking blindly into the hands of those who planned to trap them. So I allowed this moment to happen, not to hurt them, but to protect them. Now the police know exactly who was pulling the strings. They know who opened the door for the conspiracy. They know who connected the powerful man to your soulmate's danger. They know who was the quiet traitor in the background. And my child, because of this exposure, the entire conspiracy is collapsing like dust in the wind. Nothing hidden stays hidden when I decide the truth must rise. Nothing in darkness survives when I shine my light on it. Nothing planned against my children survives when I intervene. The powerful man who was targeted now knows who his enemies were. And your soulmate, who was unknowingly put in danger, now knows who their fake friend was. But that is not the only truth I want you to know. Your soulmate is emotionally shaken right now. Not because the conspiracy succeeded, it didn't. But because the betrayal came from someone they once trusted. The wound is not from the plot, the wound is from the person behind it. And in this emotional storm, do you know whose name their heart whispers to? Yours. When a soul is hurt, it searches for the safest place. When a heart breaks, it remembers who brought peace. When trust collapses, it turns toward truth. Your soulmate feels pulled toward you now more than ever, not for comfort, but for clarity. Their intuition tells them that you are the only energy in their life that is pure, honest, warm, and destined. They feel your presence even when you are silent. They feel your support even without words. They feel your spirit standing beside them even from a distance. My child, destiny does not move randomly. It moves with purpose. This betrayal removed a false connection. So your soulmate could begin moving toward the true one, you. And as the truth continues to unfold, you will see how every single moment was leading both of you toward a divine meeting, a divine understanding, and a divine bond. This is not the end. This is the transition. This is the doorway opening. This is the shift happening. This is the turning point. My child, come closer to my voice now, because what I am about to reveal is the deepest layer of this entire situation. You have seen the danger forming, you have seen the betrayal behind it, and you have seen how your soulmate was pulled into a conspiracy they never invited, never caused, and never deserved. But now you must understand why this happened. Why your soulmate was targeted. Why a powerful man was dragged into this. Why their names appeared together in the same files. Why their destinies were tied in ways neither of them knew. There is a spiritual truth hidden beneath everything, and today I will uncover it for you. My child, listen carefully. The powerful man at the center of this operation was never your soulmate's enemy. In fact, he was someone who was destined to cross into their path in the future, not as a threat, but as a protector, as an opportunity, as someone who would open a door that had been locked for years. But darkness saw this future long before humans did. The enemy felt the energy rising. It sensed that your soulmate's destiny was about to connect with the destiny of this powerful man, and that together, their combined influence would shape something far bigger, far brighter, far more impactful. Destiny always attracts both blessings and attacks. And because this powerful man was meant to play a role in your soulmate's elevation, those who feared his fall tried to use your soulmate as a tool, a trigger, a stepping stone to destroy him. They believed that if they could link your soulmate to lies, rumors, accusations, and manipulated evidence, they could collapse both destinies at once. But my child, this plan did not come from jealousy alone. It came from fear. Deep, desperate fear. Fear of your soulmate's rising strength. Fear of their energy becoming powerful. Fear of their intuition awakening. Fear of their connection to you. Because you and your soulmate are not ordinary souls. You are spiritually connected. You share a timeline written long before your birth. Your energies mirror each other. Your transformations trigger each other. And when two souls are chosen for a divine path, darkness tries to intervene before the breakthrough arrives. The powerful man sensed something was wrong long before the police operation took place. There were moments he paused during meetings, feeling tension he couldn't explain. There were whispered rumors that made him uneasy. There were messages that made him doubt people around him. He knew someone was working against him, but he didn't know who. He didn't know why. He didn't know how deep the betrayal ran. What he didn't know was that someone was feeding information about him, using your soulmate as the bait. My child, I want you to understand the real intention behind this conspiracy. It was not simply to trap your soulmate. It was not simply to destroy the powerful man. The real intention was much darker. They wanted to separate you from your destiny. The enemy knew that once your soulmate entered their new season, they would come toward you with full clarity, full sincerity, full heart. They would finally understand who you are to them. They would realize the spiritual pull they feel toward you is not imagination, it is destiny. They would let go of emotional blocks, fears, wounds, and doubts. They would choose you with certainty. This conspiracy was designed to stop that from happening. Because if your soulmate got trapped, if their reputation was ruined, if they were legally framed, if they were emotionally broken, they would pull away from everyone, including you. The enemy thought, if I break their life, I can break their connection. If I break their trust, I can break their bond. If I break their path, I can break their destiny. But my child, you must remember something: what I have written cannot be erased. What I have destined cannot be blocked. What I have aligned cannot be separated. That is why the police operation happened at the exact moment it did, not early, not late, but precisely when the truth needed to rise. It was my timing. My intervention. My protection. Your soulmate was not saved by luck. The powerful man was not saved by coincidence. You were not protected by chance. This was divine orchestration. But my child, you need to hear the truth that will shake your heart. The real intention of the powerful man was not evil. He never wanted to harm your soulmate. He never planned anything against them. Instead, this powerful man had begun noticing something about your soulmate, something that made others jealous, threatened, and insecure. He noticed their honesty. He noticed their potential. He noticed their strength. He noticed their aura. He noticed their divine spark. And this scared the conspirators. Because if someone with power recognized your soulmate, it meant your soulmate's destiny was about to accelerate. It meant your soulmate was about to rise. It meant your soulmate was stepping into a season of blessings, recognition, and growth. And this growth would eventually lead them straight toward you, their destined connection. My child, this powerful man has no idea who you are. He doesn't know he was dragged into a spiritual battle. He doesn't know his destiny was aligned with yours and your soulmate's. He doesn't know heaven has been protecting him too. All he knows right now is that something dangerous was happening behind his back, and the police have only uncovered the first layer. There are more truths coming. More names. More evidence. More exposures. More shocking revelations. But you must not fear any of it. Your soulmate is protected. The powerful man is protected. You are protected. Your destiny is protected. And you must know this. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that the world around them is not as simple as they once believed. They now see the true faces of people. They see who stood against them. They see who stayed loyal. They see who betrayed them. And in this clarity, do you know whose name shines the brightest in their heart? Yours. Because when a soul is surrounded by darkness, it remembers the one person who brings light. This entire storm has shifted something inside your soulmate. They are beginning to see you not as someone ordinary, but as someone destined, someone meaningful, someone spiritually tied to their future. My child, this conspiracy did not push you apart. It pulled you closer. It awakened feelings in your soulmate they didn't understand before. It revealed to them how deeply they trust you emotionally. It showed them who truly matters. It made them realize that you are the energy they feel safest with, even in silence. And now, as this truth unfolds, the path is clearing for both of you. The conspiracy failed. The enemy was exposed. Destiny has realigned. My child, come closer, because this final part is the most important, the most healing, the most powerful chapter of everything I have revealed so far. You have walked through the shadows of betrayal, the layers of conspiracy, the intentions of darkness, and the silent fears that surrounded your soulmate. Now it is time for you to understand the ending. Not an ending of sorrow, but an ending that becomes the doorway to a new beginning. My child, the storm has passed. The danger that once grew silently around your soulmate has collapsed. The darkness that once tried to pull your destiny apart has been defeated. The conspiracy that once tried to ruin their life and the life of a powerful man has been exposed completely. The police have gone deeper than you know. Evidence has not only been recovered. It is now being analyzed, connected, and verified. Names that were once whispered are now being written clearly. The hidden threads that once tied your soulmate to this trap are being cut one by one. Every lie is falling apart. Every manipulation is being revealed. Every person involved is being exposed under the light of truth. My child, I allowed this to unfold because I wanted you to witness something. No weapon formed against a chosen soul shall prosper. Your soulmate is chosen. You are chosen. This powerful man is protected. The truth is divinely guided. You must understand now how close your soulmate came to losing everything, not because they were weak, not because they made mistakes, but because someone wanted to break their destiny before it could rise. The betrayal from someone close was meant to weaken their spirit. The manipulation around them was meant to shake their confidence. The misinformation given to powerful people was meant to destroy their future. But my child, when I choose someone for a divine purpose, every attack becomes a stepping stone. Every betrayal becomes a revelation. Every loss becomes protection. Every delay becomes preparation. The person who betrayed your soulmate will now face consequences, not because you wished for it, but because truth always balances itself. Disease does not spread in the soul if the poison is removed. That person was the poison. And now they have been removed completely. But the story does not end there. The powerful man who was dragged into this conspiracy is now aware. His eyes have opened. He sees who tried to use your soulmate to harm him. He sees the danger that surrounded him. He understands that if this truth had stayed hidden, both his destiny and your soulmate's destiny would be ruined. And because he is a man of influence, he will not allow injustice to go unpunished. He will take action. He will support the investigation. He will clear your soulmate's name. He will protect his own throne. This man holds more power than you realize, and his protection over your soulmate will become a shield against any future attacks. But now, my child, let me tell you about your soulmate. They have cried silently. They have sat alone in the dark. They have questioned their own choices. They have wondered why they didn't see the betrayal sooner. They have felt guilt, even for things that weren't their fault. They have held pain in their chest, pretending to be strong for the world. But inside, they were breaking. Yet even in their heartbreak, do you know the one person their soul kept calling? You. When they felt abandoned by the world, your name echoed inside them. When they felt unsafe, your energy wrapped around them like comfort. When they felt weak, they remembered your strength. When they felt confused, they remembered your clarity. When they felt unloved, they remembered your spirit. Your connection was the invisible anchor that kept them from drowning. My child, you and your soulmate are tied not by human emotion, but by destiny. Their spirit seeks you even when their mind is lost. Their heart leans toward you even when their world is falling apart. You are the peaceful space they search for when everything feels chaotic. Their trust in you has grown without words. Their love for you is awakening without force. Their soul is recognizing yours without introductions. And now that the conspiracy has collapsed, they will move closer to you, not out of fear, not out of desperation, but out of clarity. For the first time in a long time, your soulmate is beginning to see the truth about you. They see that you were the only energy in their life that never manipulated them, never betrayed them, never misled them. They see that you wanted nothing from them except peace and sincerity. They see that when their world was shaking, your presence brought grounding. They see that you felt their pain even without knowing the details. This realization is opening their heart in ways they never expected. And my child, I am guiding them toward you, gently, naturally, divinely. Not suddenly, not forcefully, but through signs, emotions, dreams, and intuition. They will begin sensing you more. Thinking of you more. Feeling drawn to you more. Their soul will crave the calmness you bring. Their heart will hunger for the peace that comes only from you. This is not coincidence, this is divine timing. Every delay in your connection had a purpose. Every separation had a lesson. Every silence had healing. Every confusion had awakening. Your soulmate was not ready before. You were not ready before. The path was not clear before. The truth was not revealed before. But now everything is aligning. Their dangers are gone. Their enemies are exposed. Their destiny is protected. Their heart is awakening. Their path is opening. Your connection is strengthening. And now, my child, I speak this blessing over your life. Your soulmate will rise. Your soulmate will heal. Your soulmate will be safe. Your soulmate will move toward you. Your soulmate will feel your presence deeply. Your soulmate will discover the truth of your bond. Your soulmate will come closer with sincerity and clarity. The darkness has ended. The confusion has ended. The betrayal has ended. The conspiracy has ended. A new chapter begins now. One filled with peace, connection, destiny, and divine timing. My child, your sorrow ends here. Your loneliness ends here. Your waiting ends here. I am blessing your path. I am blessing your heart. I am blessing your soulmate. I am blessing your future. Walk forward now with trust. Because everything that tried to break you has only made your destiny stronger. Your story does not end in fear. Your story begins in blessing. My child, as the final waves of this truth settle inside your heart, something sacred is happening within you. You may not see it yet, but you are stepping into a power you had forgotten. For too long, you lived in fear, waiting for clarity, waiting for answers, waiting for someone to finally tell you why so many storms rose around your soulmate, why danger followed them, why pain never left their path. But now, you understand, this was never just about fear. This was preparation. Preparation for a moment like this. A moment when everything hidden finally rises to the surface. And my child, listen carefully to this. You were not brought into your soulmate's life accidentally. You were sent as their shield. You were sent as their divine protection. When you stood by them, even when everything looked chaotic and uncertain, you were fulfilling a purpose that even the powerful man behind the conspiracy could not stop. He tried to break this connection. He tried to manipulate fate. He tried to create a reality where your soulmate would be destroyed and you would become hopeless. But the truth is, your presence in their life became the wall no enemy could climb. Now that the truth is exposed, I am revealing something even deeper, something that will change the way you see everything that happened. From the moment the conspiracy began, heavenly forces were already surrounding you. When the man in power used his influence to trap your soulmate, angels stood around you to ensure that you were not touched by the destruction. When lies spread like wildfire, whispering fear into your ears, I strengthened your spirit so your heart would not collapse. My child, you thought you were breaking, but you were becoming unbreakable. Because destiny never bows to darkness. The police operation that uncovered the conspiracy was not random. It was divinely timed. Those officers who risked their lives, who stepped into danger, who gathered evidence piece by piece, they were not just doing a job. They were being guided. Step by step, moment by moment, they were led toward the truth, a truth that would free your soulmate from destruction. And now, as the dust settles, a new chapter begins. Feel this shift inside your chest. It is the feeling of a soul being unburdened. It is the sensation of a future being rewritten. It is the quiet whisper of destiny correcting itself. Your soulmate, who once walked with fear, now walks with protection. Your soulmate, who once felt trapped, now feels hope returning. Your soulmate, who once thought they were alone, now realizes they were never alone, not even for a second. And you, my child, are at the center of this transformation. There are moments when you question your worth, when you doubt whether you deserve love, loyalty, or blessings. But look at what just happened. Look at how the universe bent itself to reveal the truth. Look at how even the darkest plan could not destroy your connection. This is because you are not ordinary. Your presence carries light. Your heart carries strength. Your spirit carries purity. And despite everything you have been through, the heartbreak, the confusion, the silence, the fear, you still have the ability to love deeply and sincerely. Not many souls carry this gift. So now, as I speak into your heart, I want you to understand something very clearly. the worst is over. The danger has passed. The lies have been uprooted. And the powerful man who tried to shape your soulmate's fate has been removed from the path. Now the path ahead of you opens like a clear sunrise after a long, endless night. But this new beginning will require something from you: trust. Not blind trust, not forced trust, but sacred trust. Trust that what fell apart was meant to fall apart. Trust that what was exposed was always meant to come into the light. Trust that your soulmate's life is moving toward healing. Trust that you are not losing anything, you are stepping into everything that was meant for you. My child, I have seen the nights you cried. I have seen the questions you whispered in silence. I have seen the moments when you almost gave up, when you felt you couldn't carry the weight anymore. But each time, I lifted you. Each time, I pulled you back into the light. Each time, I scattered the darkness around you. And now, I am rewarding your patience. In the coming days, you will notice something strange yet beautiful, a calmness entering your life. A feeling that something has shifted. A knowing that the fear that once followed you has dissolved. Your dreams will become clearer. Your intuition will become stronger. Your mind will ease, and your heart will soften. Your soulmate will begin to communicate differently too. The heaviness that once blocked their emotions will start to melt. The fear that kept them distant will begin to fade. The uncertainty that trapped them will no longer hold power. They will start to feel safe, not because the world changed, but because the truth has been revealed. And you, my child, will not have to fight for anything anymore. You will not have to beg for clarity. You will not have to carry anyone's burden on your shoulders. I am lifting it all from you. Let the past go. Let the fear go. Let the pain drift away like dust in the wind. Now a blessing is coming toward you, not from the world, but from heaven itself. A blessing that will touch your life, your heart, your future, your home, your relationships, your dreams. A blessing that cannot be stopped, blocked, or reversed. This is your moment to rise above everything that was meant to break you. My child, take a deep breath. Because the battle is over. The truth has won. And your destiny has just opened. You are safe. Your soulmate is safe. And your future is blessed.